Suwon FC forward Pablo Sabbag has been hitting all the right notes this season, both on the pitch and off it. The Colombian striker, who also has Syrian roots, has just earned his very first Player of the Month award in K-League 1, an impressive milestone in what's been a breakout debut season. He's quickly become a fan favourite, with his goals, flair and energy lighting up the stadium. But Sabag isn't only scoring in football. Away from the game, he's also a singer-songwriter, blending his passion for music with his life in Korea. His latest song, which we're listening to right now, is a heartfelt track about the city of Seoul and has even been adopted by Suwon fans as a cheer song during matches. To share more about his journey, his music and his goals for the rest of the season, we're now joined on the line by Pablo Sabbag. Mr. Sabbag, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you guys? Thank you for the invite.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, I have to start with your recent achievement. You were voted the K-League One's Player of the Month for August, so congratulations on that, first of all. How did you feel when you heard the news? What went through your mind?
Well, thank you so much. And I was so happy because, to be honest, it's really hard to do both things, football and music at the same time. And I feel so happy that I can be doing both things in a good way, and that people are like enjoying my music, that I am also helping my team. So I'm really happy. I hope that I can keep doing this way, keep doing good in football, keep doing my music. That is the two things I love the most in life.
So, Mr. Sabag, you're just mentioning your love of both music and football, and you're really doing an amazing job of blending that together. Every time you find the back of the net, Suwon fans break into your song, Soul. Listeners, that's the song we listened to back in the intro. And now this track, you didn't only write and compose it, you also starred in the music video for this. That music video has pulled in nearly 700,000 views on YouTube, which is remarkable in itself. Tell us the story behind the song. What inspired it, and how did the project come together?
Well, so at the beginning of this year, my producer came from Miami. That was in February, I think. And we're doing like a music camp, obviously in my free time after the trainings in the afternoon. And we were not doing K-pop at all. Like, that never occurred to me in my life that I would be doing a K-pop. We're just doing the music we do, Latin, urban music. But one day, I remember that the song APT of Rosie and Bruno Mars was like super trending, and I really loved the song. And I was listening to it all day, as well as many other K-pop artists like BTS, Blackpink, Stray Kids. I was listening to a bunch of K-pop, and I just said, why don't we try to do a K-pop? And then we started doing it. It was a challenge because of the language, obviously. I didn't know any Korean by that time. And we started like searching for the perfect words. We started um, searching for what we wanted to say, that like the story we wanted to tell. And then we had to practice the pronunciation so it would be perfect in the song. And yeah, I really loved it. I think it's actually my favorite song from this year, and I'm so happy that people here loved it as well. Like the fans, every time I score, they're singing it. So it's been unbelievable what is happening. And now, because of that, I actually want to keep doing K-pop. And I actually had a camp like a month ago. My producer was here also, and we were working on K-pop songs, and we have like a surprise for next year, but I cannot spoil it right now.
Oh, so you're teasing us there. What we've a surprise to look forward to. How did you first get into music, and where do you get your inspiration for music?
Well, music has been in my life since I'm a little kid. I remember when I was 10 years old, I played in my sister's 15-year-old birthday. That is like, I know in USA, for example, is the Sweet 16. In Colombia, we celebrate the 15 years. And I played the drums with my brother who played the piano. We did a show for her. By that time, I also played the accordion. So every time somebody was their birthday, I played the accordion. Like, I really love music since I'm a kid, but everything started, I think, when I was 17 years old. I was living in Cali, Colombia, and I was receiving guitar lessons vocal lessons and accordion lessons. And one day it occurred to me a melody in the guitar, and I recorded it and I showed it to my teacher, and she told me, "Okay, this sounds good. Now put some lyrics." So I, by that time, I had a girlfriend and I was super in love. So I really wrote that like in 30 minutes, everything.
Uh-huh.
And I, in vacations, I went and I recorded it and I released it. It was a genre called vallenato. It's like a traditional music in Colombia. And after that, I started really liking the music. So I said, okay, I'm gonna start doing it in my free time. So I found some reggaeton producers in Cali because I started to like reggaeton by that time. And
Mm-hmm.
I started working on my free time. So every time I went to another team, I found a producer in that city, in that country. And I kept working, I kept practicing my instruments, piano, guitar, accordion, my vocal lessons. And I started to love it that much that I even wanted to retire from football to dedicate to music.
Okay.
And I remember that, but by that time, I I asked God for signals, like, "Hey God, please help me. What should I do?" And I was they took me to the first team. I made my professional debut and I scored 3 games in a row. So I said, okay, this is my signal, but I really love the music and I'm gonna prepare myself so when I retire from football, I can sing and become an artist, you know. But I never thought that I would be doing the two things at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what's been unbelievable about this year, that I've been able to combine my two passions.
Hmm. Speaking of combining both those passions, I hear you've even turned part of your apartment into a music studio. But with the demands of the K League season, you're here playing football professionally. When do you actually find time to sit down and work on your music? And how do you balance training professionally as a soccer player and working on your music?
Yeah, it's obviously a challenge, but what I do is, obviously, football always goes first in
Mm.
this moment of my life. So my compromises with football are the most important. And when I have my free time, I use it 100% on my music. So usually I train during the whole morning. I come back home and I have lunch. I sleep a little bit, take a small nap, and then in the afternoon, if I don't have to go to the gym, then I use my time to work on my music, practice my instruments, record ideas, create songs. And yeah, that's how I do it. I like you just said, I have my home studio here in house. I have everything that I need to record and for the sound to be super good. So I don't need to leave my house. Obviously, it's hard because sometimes I have to record videos, I have to collaborate with other artists, I have to do social media content, but I have to be really organized and make time for everything, you know. But like I told you, always football is first, and then I try to organize my week. Like, I don't know, on Sundays, I try to organize my whole week so I can have time for everything that I need to do because, to be honest, it's a lot.
Hmm.
But I'm really happy. I'm occupied. I'm happy. Yeah.
Hmm. You made your K League debut this season. How would you describe your time in the K League so far?
Well, it's been amazing, to be honest. I've been growing um in small in a small way. Like at the beginning, it was really difficult. The start, I was coming to a new country, new language, new football. Um, it was super cold. I didn't have my house, my
Mm.
car. Like, it was a bunch of changes that at the beginning were a little bit difficult. But as soon as time started passing and I started getting used to everything, I think that I've been upgrading my performance every time more. So I'm really happy. I hope I keep going like this. Right now, I'm fighting for the top goal scorer, so I hope that I can keep going, keep scoring, and I can win the the how do you say it, like the first place, and
Hmm.
also help my team, that is the most important at the end.
Hmm. Now, I understand that you played both in Colombia and Peru before coming to South Korea. How does the K League stack up to those leagues? You just mentioned the colder weather here. Were there any other issues that were maybe difficult to adjust to?
Well, to be honest, I think the most difficult was the language, because I
Mm.
remember at the beginning, I went to the supermarket and very little people spoke English. The nutritional tables were in English, in Korean. Sorry, everything was in Korean, so it was a little bit difficult. You know, changes are
Hmm.
difficult. You just need time to adapt. but at the beginning it was like too many things together, like coming to a new country, new language. I didn't have car, I didn't have an apartment. Like the for example, the maps are different. In Colombia we use Waze or Google Maps. Here is Neighbor Map. The apps, nobody uses WhatsApp here, or little people use WhatsApp. Here is Kakao Talk. So it was many changes that were a challenge. But like everything in life is like this. When you go to a new place, it's the beginnings are not easy, but there is when we have to be like stronger, and you know, everything is gonna, time is gonna pass, and you're gonna be used to everything. And when you think less, you're gonna be okay. So yeah.
What's your mindset going into every game? Do you have any pre-game routines?
Yeah, I kind of have habits, you know, things that I do always. It's like I've been doing it for so long that I, like, they are already like part of me. Like day before, I have a mobility routine that I always do. mm, During the game day, I already have like my mobility routine established before the game, like what I eat, everything. Like I think it's just like a lot of habits that I've been developing during my whole career, and yeah, and it's something that I've discovered, you know, like what works for me. What works for me maybe doesn't work for someone else, but I've discovered those things, and I feel like I always have to do the same things to feel 100% in the pitch.
And could you share with us your goals for the remainder of the season?
Well, there's 7 more games missing. My goal is The principal goal is to help the team get out of the relegation zone. We just got out last game. We're in place 9 right now. So keep it going this way. I think it's like mathematical. It's possible to be in the first 6, but it's gonna be difficult. I hope we can get it, but if not, just try to be the upper possible. And in my personal life and personal goals would be basically to score the most I can and assist. And in my music, that all of my next upcoming releases can be very successful and people can connect a lot with them, and like it and enjoy them.
And before I let you go, Pablo, I just want to ask, did you have any message you'd like to share with your fans, both here in Korea and back home, who've been supporting you on and off the pitch?
Now, only thank you to all my fans. I really appreciate all the love that you give me. I try to do my best in both things, in football and in music as well. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to keep scoring to help the team, and I'm gonna try to keep doing great songs so you guys can enjoy them. I hope you can share all my music, you can enjoy it, dance it, and thank you so much again.
That was Suwon FC forward and singer-songwriter Pablo Sabbag sharing not only his football journey but also his passion for music. And we'll be keeping a close eye on his performances on and off the pitch and maybe even his next release, which he just teased on the show. Pablo, thank you very much for joining us today and best of luck with the rest of the season and your next releases.
Thank you guys. I hope you're good. Thank you for the space. Bye bye. Cheers.